Accidents happen. That's why State Farm agent Dale Nifong and his team are dedicated to getting your car fixed and back on the road as soon as possible. It's just part of being there. Call or visit Dale today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hi, everyone. We'd like to welcome you to Real Talk. I'm your host, Pat Terrio, and we are here in Raider Country with Coach Danny Johnson of the West Lawrence Raiders tennis team. How are you, Coach?
I'm doing fine, thank you. Thank you all for coming.
Absolutely, and congratulations to you, by the way.
I appreciate it.
Region champions again.
Region champs again. It's great. Never gets old.
I'm sure it doesn't. And you know, what's interesting is we were talking a little bit offline, and you were telling us that tennis was not your drug of choice as an athlete.
No, it wasn't.
All right, tell us about yourself.
Well, I grew up in Bleckley County, rural, about 30 minutes down the road.
We know about Cochran.
Yeah. We've been chatting about that
right.
a little bit, rivals. But anyway, I grew up there, and I played basketball, and ran track and cross country at Bleckley County, and didn't really pick up tennis until my senior year in high school, which is rather late, but right. It was a little late to play high school tennis, but I loved it, and played it throughout college, and it's an easy sport to play. You can only play basketball so long, and tennis being a lifetime sport, it's really brought my family together, and also it's fun out here to play with the kids.
Oh, and that's wonderful. Well, before we get into that, tell us about your family.
Okay, I have a wife, Sherry. She graduated from West Lawrence in '92, so
right.
You may have played basketball against her, but anyway, we've been married going on now for 17 years, and we have 2 kids. Sherry's a teacher here, and we had 2 kids. Gracie Drew, she's in 8th grade, and
nice.
Jesse Todd is a 6th grader at West Lawrence Middle. Both of them right now are on the court playing Vidalia in tennis.
I was going to ask you that if they're following in your footsteps.
That's right. They're members of the middle school tennis team. So
how cool is that?
Kind of helps to keep the pipeline coming down.
Absolutely. Now, as an athlete, how was it for you coming here and actually teaching this sport?
It's pretty easy once once you get it established. Now, when we first started, there's not much of a winning tradition, we kind of build it, and it's kind of the old Field of Dreams thing. Build it, and they will come.
That's right.
People, hopefully, they wanted to be a part of a winning program, and right now, it's going well, and we want to keep it going in that direction.
Absolutely. Now, when did you start coaching tennis here?
I started coaching tennis, and I think it was these years, they all run together.
We're getting so
now.
Old,
yeah,
Coach.
I could remember it, a little easier 5 years ago, but
right.
It was in the neighborhood of 2004 is when I started. Now I've been coaching basketball,
nice.
and
brag a little bit about yourself with basketball.
Well, I got the basketball job here after we won the state title in 2004. The coach left for greener pastures, I suppose, and I was a middle school coach that year before, and so I got the head job, and I maintained that until 2010.
Fantastic.
In 2010, I gave up the basketball gig, and which I was coaching tennis as well. So, and I did pick up cross country after basketball, but that I currently boys and girls tennis coach and boys cross country coach.
Okay,
here.
Very good. Now, Coach, you're a family man, and do you teach here at the school as
I
well?
I teach biology, mainly in the science department, biology and environmental science.
How do you keep the balance, Coach? Because you're a busy man.
Yes, my kids.
We're listening to everything that you've been doing through the years, and it's like, how do you keep that balance?
Yeah, my kids, they mention that a lot. How do I maintain that energy level? My wife will tell you when I get home I crash.
Crash and burn.
But anyway, at least my motto is don't let anybody see you that you're tired. Whether you're on or off the court. That's and I try to maintain energy, and you know, hopefully it's contagious.
Now, is that part of your coaching philosophy as well with these guys and girls?
And it holds true in tennis. You need to be moving constantly to be an effective tennis player.
On your toes.
And on your toes, on the balls of your feet. You can't have what I call concrete feet.
Yes.
You know, where you're just not. You're stationary and in one place. That just isn't conducive to good tennis.
You're taking me back to our basketball days.
Exactly.
You know that, right?
Bend your knees.
I know.
Yeah, bend your legs at the knees.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And move.
And so these guys out here, I mean, how can you rate your team from the previous years to this year? Because you guys have been doing a wonderful job, wonderful, making our community so proud.
As you mentioned, I'm a big fan of Duke basketball.
Nice.
And, you know, they're fortunate enough to win the championship this year. But, you know, I'm really fond of Coach K at Duke. And, you know, I listen to what he says. And he does say each year you have a different team.
Yeah.
And this is a different team. And, you know, this is an enjoyable team to coach. We had a lot more coming back on the boys' side. We lost 2 players last year, 2 seniors that starters. Now on the girls' side, boys-wise, just to finish off, we had a lot more experience coming back.
Right.
So, you know, as far as out here at practice, the boys have, you know, I tend to, you know, be on the girls' side more so during practice because I know the guys, you know, the experienced guys will you know,
handle
things over there. Now, on the girls' side, we did lose 5 out of our top 7 starters.
Whoa.
So, you know, it was a little more of a rebuilding process. But the girls who, you know, were right under that top 7, they do get a lot of, they did, you know, in the 2 years before, get a lot of time on the court, like in matches where we may have played, you know, a little less level of competition.
Right.
And they were able to get in and you know, perform during those. And so it hasn't been as much of a learning curve as I thought in that case, but they've done well, and I'm very proud of both teams.
And, you know, you mentioned how you spend more time on the girls' side due to that, and you've got some boys over there that kind of can take over the reins to kind of, you know, motivate. Tell us about some of those guys.
Well, my 3 seniors, Trevor Deal, Cam Skinner, and Noah Hester, they've been with me 4 years, and they've had tremendous amount of success. Been to the Elite 8, you know, they're 3 years, and hopefully we'll,
Fantastic.
you know, hopefully,
headed that way again.
Well, you know, one round at a time. But anyway, you know, they do a tremendous job. You know, they know what needs to be done. David McKinnon, you know, he's a junior playing number 2. Trevor, of course, plays at number 1. Cam Skinner, our senior, playing the number 3 singles spot. And we have 2 capable juniors, Carter Peters and Garrett Story at 1 doubles, and then Noah Hester being a senior at the 2 doubles position with freshman Benjamin Deal.
Little Benjamin. He's the youngest one out here, isn't he?
And you know, he was a late comer. He came from wrestling, so he got a little late start, about a month late start. But you know, he's an athlete. He adjusted and fit right in.
Oh, and that's very good. Now tell us about these girls. How you lost a lot last year, but you got some. They're doing pretty well out there.
They are. They, you know, they've done a real good job of, you know, listening to coaching and you know, and understanding what I want done on the court. And they're still learning, but I'm really pleased. 2 seniors who basically have stayed the course, and you know, they've more or less been in a reserve role for 3 years, but they finally got their opportunity this year with those 5 leaving, and Rebecca Woodman and Morgan White have done a great job at the 2 doubles position.
And that's good. That's good. And you know, and these kids seem like they're coachable.
They are. They're very coachable.
If you can understand that as an athlete yourself, where you've seen some athletes who are so gifted and talented, but not so coachable,
That's
if
right.
that makes sense.
We got a phrase around here at West Lawrence Tennis: hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. And,
that's good.
You know, our girls, you know, our girls and boys, you know, they're aware of that, and you know, if they're not, you know, if they're not doing what I think, you know, it doesn't take long to get them going in the right direction.
That's good, and we're so glad to have you at the helm.
Well, thank you.
All right, Coach. Well, listen, we're going to talk with some of these girls, and you know, I'd like to kind of get out here on the court. I don't know if I mentioned this to
yeah,
you,
you
but
did.
I played tennis back in intramurals, 1988.
Okay. Well,
it's been a minute.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. It's like riding a bicycle, hopefully.
I'm going to pick it up, right up.
That's right.
All right. Thank you so much. This
Thank
is
you.
Coach Danny Johnson.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Middle Georgia. This is Bobby Hill, General Manager of Dublin Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Come see us today for a great deal where we mean business.
This is Andrew Cuneo at Dublin Chrysler, home of the lifetime warranty. I'm the business manager. We can take care of all your financial needs. We have rates as low as 0% on new and used vehicles. Give us a chance to earn your business and come see us at Dublin Chrysler.
Hello everybody, Keith Reynolds, Sales Manager at Dublin Chrysler. We got a great lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles here. Won't you come down and get a great deal on the Ram 1500 Motor Trend Truck of the Year for 2 years running.
Hey, I'm Billy Wright, Service Manager at Dublin Chrysler Dodge. I want to let you know that we're here to take care of all your service needs after you buy your car. Come on by and see us. We got a 1995 oil change, and we are now open from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. every Saturday to take care of your service needs.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're having a wonderful time out here in Raider Country talking with the guys and the gals out here. We've got Noah Hester with us. Hi, Noah.
Hey, how are you?
Doing very well. All right, Noah, talk to a little bit about you.
All right, I'm Noah Hester. I'm a senior here at West Lawrence. My parents are Morris and Dana Hester.
Now, tell us, like, are you involved in any other kind of activities besides tennis?
I've been in Y Club this year. I've been in Anchor Club in the past. I didn't do it this year. I'm involved at my church in the youth choir.
You sing?
Well, it's a little bit.
What church do you attend here?
First United Methodist Church.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes,
so you're a singer. What are you, tenor, alto?
I sing. I guess I can sing tenor and bass.
Oh, deep voice.
Yeah.
Very good, very good. And how long have you been playing tennis?
I started playing in 6th grade and started playing for the team in 7th grade.
So you've been playing for a while.
Yes, ma'am.
So you pretty much know this sport like the back of your hand.
Yeah, I'd like to think so. Yes, ma'am.
Do you think you'd want to coach one day?
I don't know. Maybe I could. Maybe I'm not sure. We'll see. Coaching would be fun. I don't know if teaching and dealing with all the kids.
Exactly. So tell us about some of the things that you've learned here from Coach Danny that's really helped your game.
Just a lot. I played doubles, so I've learned a lot about teamwork, and I've just learned about being determined. You know, always want more, always want to get better, keep working hard, and that's kept me going through the high school. I've gotten a lot better since my freshman year, thanks to Coach Johnson and a lot of my teammates.
Now, do you have to do a lot of practice outside of normal practice in season?
Yes, ma'am, you do. On Sunday afternoons, I've gone to men's league. There's Barry Boone does a tennis league in Dublin, so I go to that some, and I used to take lessons from him earlier in high school. So
that's very good. So you're doing all this stuff after.
Yes, ma'am.
And so tell us what your goals are for, after graduation.
Well, in the fall, I'll be attending Georgia Southern University.
Nice. Are you going to play tennis there?
No, not for the team. I might play some intramural or something like that.
You're going to love intramurals.
Yeah. Yes, so
have you decided about what you want to major in?
I've been thinking business, finance, in that field.
Are you trying to follow after me, Noah, not unknowingly? That's awesome. That's awesome. And so what do you do on your downtime when you're not studying, when you're not here on the tennis court, when you're not singing in the male choir and the youth choir? What do you do for downtime? What do you do to relax?
I enjoy hanging out with friends, going to people's houses. I'm a big college sports, football and basketball fan. So I love getting with friends and watching Georgia play, Georgia Southern.
You get wild?
Yeah, I get into it. Yeah.
So let's just say you're intense. Right?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
You're intense.
Yeah.
And so how have, and it's very important, we've been talking with some of the other players about how, to maintain a level head. You guys are, region champs again, and you guys are playing very well. How do you, we older generations say, how do you not get the big head? You know what I mean? How do you still stay Keep it down.
Yeah. Well, I'm usually pretty humble. I don't usually get too high up there, but I mean, you just got to respect the opponent. That's another thing I've learned, because sometimes I haven't, and it's ended up hurting us. You know, not
Right.
we've either lost or just not played as good as we had by getting that. It's good to be confident, but sometimes we can get a little too confident. So that's something I've worked on.
Yes, yes. And so, Coach said that, he looks to you guys as leaders, What do you consider is one of your qualities that makes you a good leader, a good example to the other teammates?
I think I'm just a friendly guy. I try to be nice to everyone and just try to, get along. We have a good time. I think I make a lot of the guys laugh, and we have a good time. And I just try to I don't try to, tell anybody what to do. I just try to be that cool, just calm, relaxed guy.
You lead by example.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Cool. Well, that's cool in itself.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
All right. Well, thank you. We're
All
so
right.
proud of you,
All right.
Noah. We
Yes,
want you to
ma'am.
keep doing great things.
All right. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Noah Hester, senior here at West Lawrence. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been so exciting meeting these amazing seniors here. We've got Cam Skinner with us. Hi, Cam.
Hey.
Good to meet you.
Good to meet you.
All right. Now, Cam, we've heard a lot of great things about you, and we kind of want you to share a little bit about yourself with the people out there.
All right, well, my name's Cam. I'm a senior at West Lawrence High School. I've been playing tennis for 7 years. I'm involved with Beta Club, the Anchor Club. I try to do as much as I can outside of school so that, colleges don't just look at academics. They want everything else. So I try to stay involved in everything. My dad is Christopher Skinner. My mom is Rhonda Bracewell.
Yeah. Wow, so it's like you're very busy. You're smart, and you're an athlete, and so you're thinking about your future, because you're really understanding that colleges are looking at what you're doing in the community. So what kind of things are you doing within the community?
Well, I know last year for my Anchor Club we started a project with the Humane Society, because they've been needing a lot of help here lately. So I was kind of one of the first ones to kind of get involved with that.
Yeah.
And so I kind of drew more people in doing that, because you think of Humane Society, you just think of kind of dirty animals
Right.
and everything else. But I just wanted to kind of help the animals, so I kind of started that off and got more people involved with it.
That's fantastic. So when you are doing work like that, what kind of feeling does it give you? Because, you've got to have a heart to care, and with you caring about animals.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been too much of a pet person myself. I've always had a pet, but when it comes to just helping the animals I know are needing, trying to get them a home, I mean, I like doing that, and I just like feeling like I'm actually
accomplishing
something. Not just, for my school, not for the Anchor Club, but just for Lawrence County.
And that's good, and it gives you a good feeling as well.
It does.
Now, you're saying you've been playing tennis for quite some time. How many years?
7 years.
7 years. And so in those 7 years, what things have changed about the way that you play?
Okay, well, first of all, most people play tennis with a one-handed forehand and a two-handed backhand. Of course, that's how I started out. In 6th grade, when I actually tried out, I didn't make the team. And then in 7th grade, I came back and tried out and actually made the team and played first singles for the team.
Congratulations.
And then I guess about my 10th grade year, I switched from a one-handed forehand to a two-handed forehand, and switched from a two-handed backhand to a one-handed backhand. So that was a big transition from that, and my game it struggled there for a second, and I've kind of got everything back, and I'm playing good now.
And that shows that you're a strong athlete, to be able to switch like that and to do well.
It confuses a lot of my opponents, too.
They're like, this guy's a freak of nature.
They're like, is he left-handed? Is he right-handed? What is it? Where do I hit?
He's ambidextrous. But no, that's very good. That's very good. And so what kind of qualities do you have about yourself that you consider good leadership qualities?
I always try to stay focused on what I'm doing. I don't try to get distracted by other things. I just try to, if I know I need to do something, don't put it off. Just go ahead and do it, so you don't have to do it tomorrow. Just do everything today. That's
a philosophy that we all should have. All should have that. And, playing with some of these guys you've been playing with for quite some time, and, of course, under the leadership of Coach Danny, how's that experience been for you?
Yeah, a lot of these guys I've been playing with almost all 7 years I've been playing. So, of course, they've played a big part in my game and how I play. And Coach Johnson has, helped me too, along with other coaches I've trained with along the way.
Now, you guys tend to, cut up a lot out here. Joking
sometimes.
Around.
I try not to get too involved in that. I try to stay focused, like I said, but sometimes, it's okay to laugh.
But it's good because there's a very relaxed atmosphere, but you guys are out here, you mean business.
Yeah, Coach Johnson, he's stern when he needs to be, but he's also laid back when he knows he needs to kind of lay off of sometimes so we don't feel too pressured to. Sometimes I feel like when you have a lot of pressure on you, that's when you tend to like break or crack and do stuff.
So this is helping you guys be a little bit more even keyed, right? Despite the pressure. We want you to bring home a trophy.
Because I mean, West Lawrence, we've had a pretty good tennis program here for a while now, so there is pressure on us for trying to bring home a trophy every time we go to region and trying to make it pretty far in state. But I mean, I think we do pretty well with it.
You guys are doing great. So what's next after high school?
Going to Georgia College in Milledgeville in the fall.
Boom, go Bobcats.
That's right.
I went to Georgia College. Well, we're so proud of you. Keep doing great things. We want to hear more from you. This is Cam Skinner, everyone. Thanks a lot, Cam.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got the first in singles himself, Mr. Trevor Deal. How's it going, Trevor?
Good.
Trevor, you're tearing it up out here, man.
Yes, ma'am. I'm trying to.
And we know you've got a busy schedule, so kind of tell us a little bit about what's going on with you, Trevor.
Right now, I'm a senior at West Lawrence High School. I'm involved in 3 AP classes, 3 AP classes and 3 gifted honors classes right now, along with band and tennis schedule and a work schedule.
And you're working. Now, Trevor, do you ever get a chance to rest?
Rest is for the dead, is what my dad says. So
your dad's a workhorse.
I'll sleep when I'm dead. That's what we go by in the family.
That's awesome. Now, Trevor, you've got a lot going on. How do you keep the balance, though? Because, talking to the coach, he said you're absolutely a leader out here. You're doing amazing out here on this court. And, of course, with the band and keeping up with your academics and holding down a job. How do you keep the balance, seriously?
Just don't think about it, to be honest with you. I just move from thing to thing without putting too much pressure on myself. I'm blessed to have academics, come naturally.
Right.
I'm blessed to have the ability to play tennis, pretty comfortably with practice. And the other things just, they just fall into place.
And that's good that they're falling into place, and they're falling into place nicely. We see you've got your little brother out here.
Yes, ma'am.
What's that like, of course, having your little brother out here, of course, with you being one of the leaders here on the tennis team?
It's a challenge. It's a good thing and a bad thing. I'm glad he's out here. He's really good, naturally athletic kid. He helps us a lot, helps the team. But at the same time, he's stubborn and hard-headed. So he don't want to listen to his older brother when I may know what I'm talking about out here. This is kind of the second home. So
his last name's Deal.
That's right.
Tell us about some of your leadership skills and your style of how you motivate your team.
Well, my freshman year, we made it to the Final Four, so I know what that's like. So I know what it takes to get back there, and I just push the guys daily because I know the competition that we're gonna have. I know how hard we're gonna have to work during the season just to get there. I just keep telling these guys, if we make it to the Elite Eight next Monday, if we win our match, that'll be 10 years in a row, and that's quite a legacy that I'm glad to have been a part of. And I told them, why not take it steps further than that? That's what we're out here working for.
Absolutely, and you guys are definitely doing your thing, and we as the community are definitely very proud of you. And so tell us about your aspirations after high school. I mean, you got a lot of options, it looks like.
Well, I've narrowed it down. I decided to go to the University of Georgia this fall. I'll be leaving in August to major in pharmacy, and then hopefully and more than likely attend a pharmacy school up in Athens.
Fantastic. We know Mom and Dad are proud of you, and of course your grandparents, your uncles, and everybody all the deals of town. And so, and then you're in the band. So you've been in the band for how long?
Since 5th grade.
Since 5th grade. What instrument are you playing?
Trumpet.
The trumpet.
Yes, ma'am.
So you're a musician.
Yes, ma'am.
You're an athlete.
Yes,
student athlete. So I mean, academically, you're quite sound. You've got your head on straight, and you're very good as far as motivating these guys out here.
Yes, ma'am.
What things are you doing in the community, Trevor, that's definitely helping you as a leader?
I'd have to say my youth group. I'm very involved with the youth, and a couple of years ago I was a young youth group member, and now that I'm an older youth group member, I realize that I have to be the example that Christ has called me to be in my own life, so that other people can see that, and ultimately, that's where I get my leadership skills from. We're called to be like Christ in every way that we can, so why not carry that aspect everywhere you go?
Well said. Sounds like a preacher. Now tell us what church you attend.
Poplar Springs North Baptist Church.
And you know, you never told them who your mom and daddy were, Trevor.
I didn't think I had to, but yeah. Mom's Holly Deal, Associate Superintendent of Lawrence County, and then, of course, Dad's Ronald Deal, TV 35.
Yeah. Well, we're certainly proud of you, Trevor. We're so proud of the work that you're doing on and off the court, what you're doing here at the school and what you're doing in the community, what you're bringing to us. And so we look forward to seeing great things from you.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. Trevor Deal.